So look, we are entering a new era. Everything is changing. The way we buy, the way we work, the way we live, and so does people do business. We are entering what experts are calling the AI and automation wave. And if you're like billions of other people who are stuck in a trap of being interested and fascinated about the technology, but never actually profitable, you need to pay attention because I'm about to show you how to take advantage of the AI and automation wave and actually start making money and achieve financial allocation freedom. In case we haven't met, my name is Saad, and if you are a freelancer that's tired of an inconsistent income, sick of justifying your worth to shitty clients who don't value your expertise, or you're just a beginner who wants to take advantage of the AI and automation wave and do it without having to work 10 plus hours just to get a decent income, then this short video is for you. I'm going to give you 3 core fundamentals you need to know to start making money with AI and automation. And the third one is the most important. It's the business model that I use to go from a nightclub bouncer to a band freelancer with over 2K frozen to making 105K in profit last month. So I'm going to be sharing it today raw with no sugarcoating. So let's get started.
Okay, so the first thing is selling automation rarely works. And I'm sorry to break your paradigm, but this is the cold, hard truth. When you try to sell automation, you're selling a hippie, wee-wah concept that most business owners don't really care about, okay? Nobody cares when you start talking about workflows, integrations, and technical processes. Now, let me give you an analogy. When you are hungry, right? Do you get excited about buying a stove? No, you want food, right? So if someone tried to sell you kitchen automation, you might be confused. But if they gave you an automatic meal maker that makes tasty dinners with zero effort, you'd be interested immediately. Well, the same applies to businesses, my friend. They don't want generic automation. They want automation that directly makes them money. And your AI agents or AI article writer won't. This is where a sales system agency is different from selling generic automation. With a sales system agency, you're not just setting up workflows or managing integrations, you're building systems that actively generate conversations with ideal clients automatically. And I said conversations, okay? And this is really important because to give you guys some context, so I used to be an Upwork freelancer and I got banned with over 2K frozen. And I noticed a pattern. Like most of my gigs came from actual lead gen systems. And I was like, can I take advantage of this? And I did. I went all in sales systems and I've managed to crush my entire competition. So this is like the lesson here. You want to be able to identify patterns, okay? You need to look at the market and see what's actually selling and double down on it. Because if I kept on selling just generic random automations, I would have never scaled my agency to 100K a month, okay? So a sales agency destroys the traditional automation game. And this is exactly why everyone I saw when I first got started stayed broke. They tried automating everything. They didn't notice the pattern. They forgot the one thing that actually matters, which is lead generation. Okay, so I want you to really pay attention to this, and you need to understand the value of this, because automating lead gen literally means automating making money. It's that simple. So do you want to sit around and talk to AI for fun, or do you want to use it to make serious money? Now, if you go to your feed, everyone is talking about AI and automation, okay? Everyone is jumping on the AI agency bandwagon. And I'm going to say what nobody else has the guts to tell you, which is 99% of AI agencies will be dead within 12 months, okay? AI agencies are pushing solutions to problems businesses don't actually have, okay? They're charging premium prices for fancy tech that doesn't directly make money. They're competing in a race to the bottom as AI tools becomes accessible to everyone, and business owners are getting smarter, okay? They're asking the one question most AI agency owners can't answer with a straight face, which is, how exactly will this AI stuff bring me more sales? So today's business owners, you have to understand this, like today's business owners are more capable than ever before. They can do almost everything themselves, okay? But here's the kicker. They have no idea how to use sales automation and AI to bring in more customers and clients. And I'm going to quote Warren Buffett when he said, "Only when the tide goes out do you discover who's been swimming naked. Well, you might be wondering, Saad, well, what does that mean? Well, it simply means that time is really the real kicker. And people who stuck to the basics and delivered real value are going to be the ones who survive and thrive at the end. And these are the ones who can use AI to automate growth and build conversations and scale client acquisition, which is exactly what I want you to do. So now that we identified the problem and we predicted the crash, let me give you the actual inevitable solution. So the solution is basically focusing on sales systems because they are the future and it's only going to get better. So you have to understand this. Like, businesses don't run on tech. They don't run on cool tools or prompts or automations or dashboards. They run on conversations because conversations means conversions. That's how trust is built and that's how money changes hands. Okay, that's what you should be solving, okay? Which is why businesses will spend like hundreds of thousands of dollars on ads every month just to spark those conversations with their ideal clients. And this is what our business model effectively solves. It connects companies with their ideal clients at scale. Now, let me just give you a simple question. What's the best way to get this done? Cheaply, and it just so happens that you can automate it. I'll wait. Well, it's Outbound Sales Systems. You can literally find thousands of your ideal customers and your clients' ideal customers in minutes. Reach out to them with levels of personalization that they will start calling you the growth hacker, the hacker, right? So you're not paying Meta or Google. You're not hoping someone scrolls past your ad, and you're using the number one client acquisition method that entire huge companies have been built on the backs of it. Literally the foundation. So, final thoughts. The ants go where the sugar lies. Okay? We all know that ants are instinctively drawn to sugar. Well, because it's a rich source of energy. When they find sugar, they follow the trail. Well, businesses are the same, my friend. So give them what they want and ditch the glorified freelancer mindset, please, and start selling systems that solve real problems for real businesses, because this is the actual juice and this is actually what's going to move the needle. Okay. And this is the only thing that businesses care about. Okay. At the end of the day, right? And this is something that I always say, which is automation agencies build everything. Sales systems agencies build what matters. And I've mentioned this. And if you guys don't know, I've just recorded a podcast with a good friend of mine. It's called Nick Srayev. And we've talked about basically like lead generation methods, etc., etc. We talked about cold outbound. And I also went on details on how I actually approach my sales calls. So make sure to watch that when it's live because there's a lot of nuggets in there. Now, the question is, what's the real sugar? Well, it's conversations with potential clients. That's where the value is, because you have to understand that people who benefit from the market are people who expand the market. Okay. It's not just about building automation systems that collect dust. It's about creating systems that gets us clients and customers and close high ticket deals, those $3,000 to $5,000, $10,000 deals. Okay. That's where outbound sales systems come in. Cheaper than any client acquisition method. Think about it. It's like 10 to 15 times cheaper than any referral scheme or any pay-per-click ads. Okay. And also doesn't require years of experience to get started. And you don't need to be a sales expert. You're reaching out to your ideal clients directly without waiting for someone to pick you. And with AI and automation, you can do this at scale and you can start making money with class.
So these are the 3 core fundamentals. If you understand them and actually apply them, you're already ahead of 99% of freelancers out there chasing shiny tools and praying for clients. Keep in mind, this business model will go mainstream in just a couple months. And just remember, right now in 2025, this exact moment, we're living the best moment in history to start your own sales team agency. There was never such huge demand for sales automation. And by the way, businesses are already investing money in it. So they're going to spend that money either way. And this is coming from someone who is actually interfering with the market and talking with these businesses every single day. So I want you to cut through the noise and go after what's yours. So that's all I have today. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate your time and I'll talk to you soon.